He was handsome, charming, the kind of man who made strangers feel safe. But behind that winning smile was something darker, something twisted, a predator hiding in plain sight. This isn't just the story of a serial killer. It's the story of how evil wore a mask, walked among us, and left a trail of horror across America. Born in 1946, Theodore Robert Bundy looked like any other child. He was polite, bright, and well-behaved, but his childhood held secrets, lies about who his real father was, strange obsessions, and early signs of manipulation. Even then, something was quietly growing inside him, something dark. By the 1970s, Bundy was attending law school. He dated beautiful women, worked on political campaigns, and seemed destined for success. But beneath the polished surface, his mask was slipping. He began stalking women, peering into windows at night. The charming student was turning into something else. In 1974, women began to vanish. College campuses in Washington and Oregon were struck with fear. No signs of struggle, just gone. Witnesses recalled a man with a cast, asking for help. Always charming, always polite. They never saw him again. Police had no idea they were chasing a ghost named Ted. Bundy moved states, and the killings followed. Utah, Colorado, Idaho. His methods were chilling, luring victims with fake injuries, attacking with blunt force, and disposing of their bodies in remote locations. He was organized, calculated, and worst of all, invisible. In November 1974, Bundy abducted 17-year-old Carol Derenchi. But this time, something went wrong. She escaped. She ran. She lived. And for the first time, the police had a description. A man pretending to be a cop, a Volkswagen, a face. The mask had cracked, and behind it, the monster blinked. In August 1975, police pulled over a tan Volkswagen in Utah. Inside, handcuffs, rope, a ski mask, and an ice pick. The driver said it was all a misunderstanding. His name? Ted Bundy. Calm, smiling. He was arrested, but his charm didn't fade. In court, he represented himself, manipulating the system like a magician. In 1977, Bundy was held in Colorado, but bars meant nothing to him. First, he leaped from a second-story library window and vanished into the mountains. Weeks later, he was caught, but it didn't stop there. He escaped again, this time through a hole in the ceiling of his jail cell. He was gone, again, and this time, he was going to kill. Bundy resurfaced in Florida under a fake name. In January 1978, he entered the Chi Omega sorority house at Florida State University. What happened next was beyond murder. It was rage. He bludgeoned and strangled 4 women in less than 15 minutes. 2 survived, scarred, shattered. Then he vanished again, like smoke. A month later, 12-year-old Kimberly Leach disappeared from her school. Her body was found in a pig shed. It was the end of innocence, and finally, the end of Bundy's freedom. Caught driving a stolen car, he gave up his name, Ted Bundy. The charming monster was finally caged. Miami, 1979. Cameras flashed. Reporters swarmed. Ted Bundy was on trial, and he loved it. Representing himself, he turned the courtroom into theater, smiling, cross-examining witnesses, flirting with reporters. The public was split, monster or misunderstood genius. But behind the spectacle, The evidence was mounting, and so were the bodies. During the trial, Bundy pulled off another shocking move. He proposed to Carol Ann Boone on the witness stand during testimony. She said yes. They were married right then, before a stunned courtroom. Even in chains, Bundy controlled the narrative. But behind the showmanship, the reality remained. He had slaughtered dozens of women. As the trial dragged on, the real cost of Bundy's crimes came into focus. Mothers, daughters, sisters, their names and faces filled the news. Jane Doe became Susan. A missing girl became a broken family. The charm was rotting. The mask had fallen, and beneath it, death. July 24th, 1979. Ted Bundy was sentenced to death. The courtroom erupted. Some cheered, others wept. Bundy's smile faded. For the first time, he looked afraid, not of death, but of losing control. Over the next decade, he stalled, appealed, and played games with investigators. But the end was coming. As the clock ticked down, Bundy began talking. Dozens of names, details only the killer could know. He confessed to over 30 murders, maybe more. He cried, he begged, but it was too late. The charming monster had run out of tricks. January 24th, 1989, at 7:06 a.m., Ted Bundy was executed in the electric chair. Outside the prison, crowds gathered. Some prayed, others celebrated. One sign read, "Burn, Bundy, burn." The man who once captivated the nation with charm died with no mercy, left to manipulate. Justice, finally, was done. Bundy didn't just kill women. He changed the way America viewed evil. He wasn't a boogeyman in the dark. He was the man next door, smiling, polite, handsome. He taught the world a chilling lesson. That monsters don't always look like monsters. Sometimes they wear a smile.